Hey, this is Larry. I have been so excited to watch the show because if you've been listening, you've been hearing Alpha Zo talk about his mystery match at Winner's Circle in Chino. And I got with me the promoters, well, one of the promoters from Winner's Circle. What's up, Brandon?
What's going on, Larry? Honestly, a pleasure to be here, and I appreciate the invite, man.
Hey, anything to help like the local scene out here because SoCal is where the best come from, man. This is where all the best started. This is where we see some of the best talent come up. And I always want to give like shouts to my local scene. So tell me, you guys got a show coming up on July 17th, right?
Yes, sir. That's going to be Friday, July 17th, man. It's going to be in Chino, California, American Legion Post number 299. And we're going to be at this venue for one last time. We've started here. This is going to be our final show here. We've found a new venue in Pomona. We're going to be, I guess, a spoiler right here. I might as well make it an exclusive for this show.
Hey,
Our next show will be in November at the Derby Room in Pomona. But we're wrapping things up in Chino, American Legion Post number 299, man. Grab your tickets. They're going fast. Front row sold out. GA tickets still available. Doors at 7, bell time at 8. And if you know us, then you know it's more like 8-ish. But I promise you, you're going to want to come to this show, man. We're going to give you guys something special, more of like a send-off for the Chino crowd. And then hopefully, we're going to have something special for you guys come November, man.
hey man, I'm out here. Pomona's actually close to me. I know exactly where that building is. And the Legion Hall in Chino, that's been a good spot for some shows I've seen throughout the years. And you
Yeah,
guys been
man.
around for about 4 years, right?
Yeah, man, this will be our fourth year. I mean, we did, we just had our pretty much our, how would I say it? Like our starting show, our flagship show started off with It Was Written, in Chino, and then we were able to do It Was Written number 4 this year. So yeah, man, it's been at the end of this year we'll make it the end of our fourth year. Been putting in a lot of work, and it is a lot of work. I know there's a lot of people who they see the promotion stuff and they want to get into it, and I'm not here to shy anybody away from that. It's just I think a lot of people definitely underestimate the amount of work, the amount of passion, the amount of crazy, as we were talking before we got on the air here, and just honestly, a lot of it is being able to have the financials straight, man. So we've been able to do a lot of things the right way. We went about it the right way. We didn't just jump into it. This all started with actually getting paperwork done and trademarks filed and stuff like that. Because we knew this is something that we wanted to do, for a while, and not just something that, oh, hey, remember when we did that a couple of years ago? We're like, no, we want to make this something that's going to be long-standing. So, and that's the thing, man. It's like doing what we do. It's give and take. I mean, it's with any entrepreneur type of venture. It takes a while to get past that threshold of green versus red and overhead cost and stuff like that and seeing profit. But man, we've been having such a great time doing this. Not to get into like a numbers game and stuff like that, but it's been a wild ride. And to think that when we first started this, we established in November 2022, had our first show in January 2023, and to be here, 2026 now, and we're getting ready for. I think this is going to be our our 15th show that we put on.
Uh,
It's crazy, man. It's just
uh,
it's crazy, but it's been great to see the growth. Tremendous to see how the fans have been receiving it. I mean, honestly, just as satisfying as being able to talk to some of these the talents, the workers, and them having a great time working with us. And
Hey,
it's a great problem to have when the inbox is filled up with people that are looking to want to work here. You know what I mean? So,
hey,
thank you.
that's
Honestly,
absolutely
I
good,
just want
man.
to say thank you to all the fans and all the workers that have been parting their time and money with us, man. Again, we're gonna continue to do what we do to not to sound like Triple H here, but we're gonna continue doing what we can, I should say, to keep that relationship strong, man. So
Yeah. Who are some of the what are some of the what are the big matches you have set for July 17th in Chino?
yeah, it's gonna be Hunger for More. I guess I should talk about the name of the show, Hunger for More, July 17th, man. I'd say some of our bigger matches for sure, man. We have the return of the petite powerhouse Zara Zacher. Obviously,
Yo,
she was a little bit off the market for a while. She was, doing the WWE ID thing, and salute to her, man. Got a lot more ingratiated with that WWE style and getting more training. I mean, she, had tremendous TV time and stuff like that, man. And she was doing her thing, dude. Very proud of her. It's been the first time since I believe it could have been, I think it was paid in full from our first year, actually, because we had her quite a bit for our first year. So she'll be back. She's going to be taking on the debut of the Belle of the Brawl of Bryn Thorne, which is somebody that we've been looking at for a while, and we've been waiting to try to bring in from I believe, the Arizona area. And then another big match for sure. We have the new world champion, G Sharp. He just did, had a hellacious battle with the kamikaze known as Ninja Mac. Survived that, and now he's going to be taking on a familiar face for the World Championship next Friday against TJ Perkins, the Aswang, TJP, Phil Am Flash, however you know him. You know what I mean? And I'd
Kuya
say
Teddy on the show. Oh my goodness, I gotta go.
no, he's honestly, like, it's funny because you get a lot of different experiences working with people that either used to be on TV or journeymen, such as guys like TJP. But this guy is one of the nicest people, straightforward, transparent, like, love working with TJ. He's been the best since we had the chance to work with him at our anniversary show earlier this year. But then, I'd say one of the bigger matches for sure. I mean, all of these matches, they mean something, but one of the ones that I think this is probably one of my favorites we've been able to book thus far. It's going to be who we consider pretty much our three pillars of Winner Circle Pro since we started. I mean, these three men have been interlocked and, pretty much connected at the hip ever since our very first show. Slice Boogie teaming up with the Krusty Crew, Dom Kubrick and Lucas Riley, to take on the crew that's been running roughshod for well over almost 2 years now. History in the making, and that would be Jordan Cruz with the tag team champions, Pretty City Express, Class, and Devin Reno.
Jordo has been making so many moves this year.
Dude, yeah, man. The fact
so
that
much
we've
work
been lucky
in.
enough, I feel like we're lucky enough to have had him this long. Because I'm like, bro, he has to be getting picked up at some point, man. But yeah, he's been great as well, man. I mean, obviously he's been up to no good with his with his group of hooligans, but obviously if he wasn't good at what he does, he wouldn't be in the position that he's in with Winner Circle Pro, man. But yeah, he's definitely a treat to have in our locker room.
Absolutely. So, I've been promoting Alpha Zoe for like the last while, and people have been hearing that dropped in the beginning of my show, and I keep getting asked, who is he gonna fight? Who is he gonna fight? Do you have the opponent for Alpha Zoe on the 17th?
Yes, man. So, stemming back from our last show in April, we had Kiss the Game Goodbye. He had interest in facing our, which would be our, I guess, considered our mid-card championship. That would be the P4P Pound for Pound Championship, which is currently held by El Primo Henyo. But Primo made it a point to point out that, hey, man, you don't even have any recorded wins yet, so why would you be in contention? Which led to an impromptu singles match right there on the spot with championship implications. He was able to pin the champion, and not just pin him, but that was actually the very first loss that the champion has suffered since being in Winner Circle Pro, breaking the unbeatable streak. So that's another thing to hold up high. With our other co-owner, my twin brother, Doc Washburn, kind of running things during operations, he made the executive decision to have him against Alec Tomas, who unfortunately was originally scheduled to face the champion that night, however, could not continue or was able to compete due to a pre-match brutal attack from the champion who attacked him with a chair. And the thing is, Alec Tomas had won a 5-man elimination match to get that championship shot, so we didn't want to take that away from him. He earned it, but then Alpha Zoe earned it as well in his own right. So, alas, we're here. This is the official first time ever Call Your Shot Challenge. Pretty much a number one contendership to see who's going to go on to face the champion. It'll be Alec Tomas, Armenian royalty, taking on the Blue Flame, the devil of the West Coast himself, Mr. Alphazo.
Hey, yo, this is a tremendous card you got here. And again, where can people
Appreciate
go
that.
to get tickets to this, man? Because I want to go to this. This is a big card with some big talent. In
Yeah, man.
one of my favorite towns, Chino. You know, don't underrate Chino for getting be able to get some food after the show because you can get
Oh,
some good
dude.
eats in Chino.
Oh, they have great East in Chino. And it's funny because a lot of when people first started, oh, it's in Chino. Where's it in Chino? I'm like, look, calm down. And I used to live in that part of Chino. And I had
Yeah,
to tell people it's not that part of Chino. I was like,
yeah,
dude, it's off. If it's off Central and Schaefer. I'm like, there's a bunch of business buildings everywhere. It's across the street from a gas station. Like, calm down. But yeah, man, you can grab tickets. At least what's left. I mean, again, blessed to say this, dude. Shout out again to the fans because our first day of sales, before we even announced who was going to be there, what the matches were, I think we sold half of our tickets already that day,
yo,
opening day, which is not. I mean, we've had great sale days, but that was, I mean, it kind of spoke for itself. And I'm like, man, this is cool. People are showing us that it's almost like we could put, Jobber A versus Jobber B, and people are going to pay to want to see it, So, but you can get tickets. We have GA tickets left off. I believe it's maybe about 10 left, unfortunately. Front row is already sold out, but you can grab them at hungerformore.eventbrite.com.
hungerformore.eventbrite.com. Watch Winter Circle on July 17th, Friday, Chino, at the American Legion Hall. Which American Legion Hall are we at again?
Yeah, this is number 299 in Chino, off of Central Avenue, 13759 Central Avenue.
Hey, there we go, man. Thank you, Brandon, for coming on. Go to Winter
Of course.
Circle. Follow them on Facebook. Where else can people follow you guys at?
Man, they can follow us on Facebook. Like you said, we're also on Instagram at Winner Circle Pro, one word. And we're also on Twitter at Winner Circle PW. We do have TikTok, but that's a little bit more for like, when we're posting some exclusive clips and stuff like that. We're not primarily on there too much. But you can, go on there and find some stuff as well. We are on there. And then, of course, you could kind of watch any of our older events and matches and segments and interviews that we've had on our YouTube page, and that's youtube.com/at Winner Circle Pro.
Absolutely, and thank you so much for coming on, Brandon. Definitely go check
Yeah,
out
of
the
course,
show,
man.
man. Man, maybe I should go. Maybe I should take that Mark pick with Kuya Teddy for that show. But yeah, man, thank you so much, Brandon, for coming on, man.
Thank you, man.
Gucci man, I'm from the block, came up at the trunk stop, car wash, young and hot. You can catch me at pressure. I shot a lot of niggas, and niggas ain't special.
Hey, yo, what's up? This is Dr. Larry. I got with me here one of the one of the most promising big boys out there on the independent wrestling scene. I got with me from Oaktown, from East Oakland, specifically East Oakland. I got with me Alpha Zoe. Bro, you're gonna be down in SoCal for some stuff, right?
Yeah, for in Chino, July 17th, I'll be at Winter Circle Pro. August 29th, I will be at Epic Pro at Baldwin Park. So those are the two shows you can catch me at pretty soon.
Yeah. I, that's actually close to where I'm from. I'm from SoCal. Baldwin Park is actually that's where my Lola was at. That's where I would spend all my
Mm.
weekends. Yeah, and obviously pro wrestling has always been big here in SoCal. It's always been, and it's always nice to have uh, you know, Bay Area dudes come down here, get some work in. Who are you working on? What's the big match on that you're gonna be working?
Well, at Winter Circle is to be announced right now, but at Epic Pro, me and Bad Dude Tito are going to be running them ones over there in Baldwin Park. We were the first match announced for the new venue. So it's
Yo,
gonna be Alphazo versus Bad Dude Tito for the first time,
Alphazo.
1-on-1.
Yo, that's a clash of kaijus. Baldwin Park. I've seen my fair amount of scraps over in Baldwin Park. Shout out to Sierra Vista High School. But I got I got Alpha Zoe here. I know I'm looking forward to that match because not only is Alpha Zoe one of my favorite talents right now on the independents, we got
Why,
Bad
thank
Dude
you.
Tito doing big things out here in the world of wrestling. MLW, CMLL, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and not to underrate my Mozo here. He's always he's working all the independents out there. The West Coast Pro. You might have even seen this dude work Marvelous and Noah. That's right. He was in the Emerald Ring, my dude. That's
Hmm.
we got a couple of two Japanese experienced wrestlers here about to go out of here in my small town of Baldwin Park. Again, Chino Hills on July 17th, and we got Baldwin Park over in August 29th. I'm looking forward to seeing you those days, man. This is phenomenal stuff, and shout out to you. Hope that 6 hour drive from the Bay ain't too bad. I always want to ask
Shit.
this, like when you drive down, right? What's your pit stop food like before you like hit LA? Like what's your like thing that you stop at to like get something to eat?
To be honest, I just get protein chips and protein, anything protein based, and water and
Hey,
an energy drink. I don't really
hey,
actually like buy food. Sometimes I actually bring my meal prep with me. So,
hey, that's
mhm.
professional wrestling. That's some healthiness right there. But yeah, thank you, man. I can't wait to see you, bro. Again, that's gonna be July 17th and August 29th. Come out, come out to Chino, come out to Baldwin Park,
Slide.
see your boy Alpha Zoe,
Slide.
watch him hit that lariat, that side. Oh
Mm.
man, talk about one of the
Sidewinder.
best lariats and really the sidewinder. This man here, gotta love it. All right, thanks, Zoe.
No problem, dog.
We beat to rap what he beat to lock. We beat to rap what he beat to lock. But I'm cool.
Take my word, take my word, take my word, take my word. Yo, that shit is cash, trust me, son.
What's my favorite word? Bitch. It was a clear afternoon, the hose was out. Sliding up Cashmere, bro, just got out. Bought him shoes and clothes, a zipper drawer. A couple $100, then he knocked him a go. I'm macking on the bitch cause it's necessary. She bought a nigga Gucci and Cartier. I'm tryna go to Boston, there's money there. I'm rolling up a chop in a barber chair. Sprinter van with the TV. Every real P need one of these. I'm from the slums, but shit can get real. You gotta be from the Bay to know how I feel. I'm not famous, I'm just a real ass nigga. Who needs a record deal when you know how to get it? They tryna book Uncle Larry overseas, but for that, bitch, I need 20 G's. Smoking on a chop with the top down.
What's up? What's up? What's up? This is Dr. Lariat. This is the Giant Boba. This is Antonio Inokinam. This is Royal True Orange Cassidy. This is Dolphy Ziggler. This is I Love You Solo Suka. This is Jacob Puto Yadadaramin, aka the Chow main event, aka Suman Reigns, Acknowledge Me, aka Sticky Choshu, aka damn, I'm gonna end with this one, Sexy Boy Bawang. And ladies and gentlemen, this is a special episode. I mean, every episode I do is a special episode, but this one in particular is a special one because I got with me one of my favorite independent pro wrestlers, and I say independent with all the love because it's it's sad when you think about what's going on, but I got one of these guys who's out there making a name for himself. You've seen him on West Coast Pro. You've seen him on Epic Pro Wrestling out here in Southern California, my hometown, Baldwin Park. You've seen him
on if you got if you got Wrestling Universe, and you really should. You've seen him on Pro Wrestling Noah. You've seen him on Marvelous. I got with me from East Oakland, from LA to the Bay. Yee 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 yee. I got Alpha Zoe. What's up, Zoe?
What's up with it? Yep. East Oakland to LA. You can also call me the Blue Flame. You can call me the Demon of the West Coast. Shit, you can call me the Deep East Beast. It doesn't matter, regardless of the fact. Alpha Zo's in the house. You feel me?
Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, like I absolutely love this having a conversation with dudes because you know my screen name since I was a kid has been Lariat because I love lariats, and this man, man, you talk about your JBLs, you talk about your Shingo Takagi's, you talk about your Kenta Kobashis, and
Mm-hmm.
I throw this man up there with all of them. Sidewinder,
Sidewinder.
yo,
Sidewinder.
yo, we
Look,
this is it is a thing of beauty, but also it also is a thing of like brutality. And I always say wrestling is beauty through pain. And bro, when you knock people outside their heads with that, I especially love seeing those smaller guys like you know. I'm not gonna drag those WWID guys, but those WID guys, they can eat those lariats,
yeah, they
But
could. They
yeah,
could.
yeah, yeah. But like
I hit one of them.
dude,
I've hit one of them.
yeah,
I hit one of the ID people with a lariat before he was
yeah,
ID. You know,
yeah,
Chaz
yeah.
Hall,
I'm not even.
aka
I'm
Starboy.
not sorry. Yeah, I'm not sure if we can even say his name. Like, we can. We
No,
can.
we can
I don't
say
think we.
Chaz Hall.
I
It's
think we
all
can.
good. He, Mr. Chaz
Okay.
Hall himself. That is
Yeah.
what he is known
I
as.
saw that. I saw that lariat on Starboy, and I was like, oh man, take me back to when Snitsky eliminated Paul London from the Royal Rumble. I'm like, that's or that one like I saw you hit one, and it reminded me of like when Go hit Kenta with a counter lariat, and he just where he like just lifted him up and threw him down to the lariat. I love that.
Oh
Not a
yeah.
lot of people are doing too much like inventive stuff with lariats, but my man Zoe here, he he, he
Hey,
he got the market cornered on that man. Like,
I'm
and
doing my
lariats not for
best.
everybody. So
They're not. I'm doing my best, man. It's hard. Being creative to make the lariat mean more with in different ways. It's the creativity has to be there, and I do my best to be creative. Even with the pop up lariat from the sidewinder position, I did that to my tag partner DJ Fresh. He's okay, but we had to wrestle each other and at Ugwa, and he threw a leg lariat. I caught it, threw him up in the air, and just you hit him with the yada I mean, and yeah, it kind of killed him, but he was all right. We went
yeah,
we went out to eat that same night, so we're good.
hey, hey, sometimes you gotta fight with your family. You know, I know about that. I still got scars on my hand from when we played Hell in the Cell when I was like 13. So
Mm.
I know what that means. But
Sheesh.
oh, dude, we were playing. You play wrestling and you play like at the tennis court at the public, the public park. And then of course you see that cage. You're like, okay, we'll play Hell in a Cell. And then I got caught in this hand, right? I'm not sure if the
Oh
scar is
no.
visible, but I got cut like from here to here, and then I had to go home. Everybody was mad at me because they knew that when we got home, my mom or their mom was gonna like, you know, was gonna handle business, and
Someone getting their
they
ass
did.
whooped.
Yeah, it was like, who let him do that, and why were you guys doing that? And it was like, oh, yeah, sorry, mom. I had to get color because they say that red means green out here. Uh, but anyway,
Jesus Christ.
I always ask this question. You know, kids don't try this at home. Although if you do, make sure you don't get cut anywhere. Like, if you're gonna get a blood on you, make sure like it's under your shirt so that your moms can't see it afterwards. Don't
Oh
let
my
it be on
lord.
your hand or like one time we're playing wrestling and then my baby cousin, he's like 7. He dives off the top of the what was it? He dived off the top of the freaking roof into the bounce house because he was crazy. He was crazy. He climbed up to like the freaking the balcony and
Yeah.
jumped from the balcony into the bounce house, and then he landed on the side and didn't go inside the bounce. He went to the side, slid off, and hit his face on like the grass, and that's how he lost like 3 teeth. And we got yelled at,
But
but
that's his fault. What?
yeah, you know how that works, man. You're like older, but like, why'd you let him do that? Like,
I
you
was in
can't
bounce
control
house.
him. You've seen him.
I was in
He's
bounce house
like,
minding my business. What you talking about?
yeah. We were just in here in the bounce house, like relaxing, like throwing some like throwing some pro river plunges, some spine busters, having fun. And he thought he was gonna be New Jack and jump off the balcony, and that's that's the ECW influence, folks. Yeah,
Mm-mm-mm.
we were man. God,
That's
he
crazy.
he yelled he yelled New Jack like when he jumped too. It was like, man, 7-year-old dude just like jumping off the roof saying New Jack, New
See,
Jack, and then
see,
you hear
see,
the crash.
kids. Don't try
Oh
this. Don't
man,
try this stuff at home, please. At all. I know I was one of the kids that did it at
yeah,
home, but at the same time,
yeah,
I don't know. I've broken plenty of closet doors, beds, couches in my days growing up. But now looking at it, yeah, don't try this at home because you can get hurt at any given moment.
no,
You don't want to lose 3 teeth
yeah,
like his cousin. Just don't do it.
no,
If you're gonna watch
just
wrestling, play with the action figures. That's what you do. Play with the action figures,
yeah,
please.
like if you're gonna play wrestling, just let it be your uncle. Play like choke slamming you into the swimming pool. That's fine. That's fine. Just a little choke slam to the pool. That's cool. But like we don't do balcony dives. That doesn't work for even pro wrestlers who do balcony dives. And we speaking of Zoe as a kid, so I'm gonna ask this because it's always my first question I ask on every show. But how'd you get into wrestling?
Um, I think I was like 2 or 3. And around that time period, my brother, my grandma, my grandfather, because that's who I lived with at the time, they had,
All right.
I believe, Raw on, and then we would go back and forth between Raw and WCW. So at that point in time, I was just watching wrestling as just, a toddler or whatever.
Yeah.
We had all the action figures, so obviously being influenced by just watching it. My brother slamming me because I was the little brother, and playing with the action figures. It just got that's what got me into it. It was like something that me and my older brother would just do, something fun.
Yeah.
We both enjoyed wrestling. Same thing with my grandparents. Something we all could, vibe with together. Because family time usually evolved wrestling anyway. We never just sat down and watched a movie. We'll sit down and watch wrestling. So time progressed.
Yeah.
I got
I,
older, and now here I am at the age of 32, doing this for 11 years, going on 12. Um, just living my best life, man. Enjoying every little bit that
hey,
I
you,
can enjoy.
hey, man, you doing what you love, and if you do what you love, it doesn't become a job. And
Becomes a
I love hearing that
lifestyle.
story of the yo, man. I love that like you have that family connection with pro wrestling. I often say in here, I wouldn't watch pro wrestling if it wasn't for my mom. She came over from the Philippines to New York to stay with my uncle, and the first thing she did, like the first fun thing she did, she always tells us a story. She went to MSG to watch the cage match between Bob Backlund and Jimmy Snuka,
Oh Lord.
and I was like, oh okay. And she always like would talk about the like going to MSG with like my uncle and like her brothers and like just watching the match. And it's always been something that's been in our family too. Like I'm big brother, so me and my brother will watch it. My other cousins will watch it too. Big cousin will be watching it too in the Philippines without us knowing. It's weird, right? So big cousin, he's watching in the Philippines, whatever. His dad was he's a big wrestling fan. Came over to America. I'm not gonna say how. Got really into lucha libre,
Mm.
and my uncle is actually he was a subscriber to Big Dave, uh, and he's the first one that showed me like Japanese wrestling, lucha libre. We had like a video store close to our house where we could rent like New Japan, All Japan, all that FMW and stuff.
Yeah.
And without the family connection, and then it's so weird. Like most everybody in our family watches or watched wrestling or like knows that the other cousins, the other people in the family watch wrestling. So it's always so funny because yeah, I could always like talk to somebody like my cousin down like the block or my cousin down the other block. We could like I could like hit him as like, hey, did you watch this? And like yeah, and I know not a lot of people grew up with having like that network of other people who watch wrestling, but I did, and I know I'm lucky for that. And I like that you like had that with your grandma and grandpa and like your brother, because I feel like the thing about wrestling is it's really social.
Very.
Like how I made some friends, how I like made even online friends. It's through like the wrestling thing. And when you take out that social aspect of pro wrestling and the fandom, it's sort of like isolating yourself as a pro wrestling fan. It's kind of weird to me, but I know a lot of people sort of do that, and I feel like no, man, socialize. Even if you go like on whatever online thing you're using, socialize with people, talk about wrestling, stop being so so lonely with it. I know a lot of the discourse on wrestling is a lot of people being negative on it, but there's something that you would love about it. And my question for you, man, is what did you love about wrestling? Like, what was the thing about wrestling that were like, I love this stuff?
My thing is just really for me it was the character. Because when I was growing up, NWO, DX were big at the time. Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock. Around that time period, character work was really character work, and like you believed everything that they would say, and their demeanors matched how they walked or how they threw punches or anything like that. The entrance music made sense. So yeah, for me it was just the character work because when you heard the glass break, you just knew Stone Cold was coming out. If you smell, you knew The Rock was coming out. If you heard "Are You Ready?" we knew DX was coming out. You feel me? Or as soon as we heard that strumming of the guitar, we knew NWO was coming out. So that's what
Yeah.
caught my attention. And I'm gonna always say this wholeheartedly. I know this wasn't one of the questions. I'm just gonna say it just because I want to say it. Goldust had the best theme back in the '90s. So yeah, I'm gonna stick on that. I'm gonna stand on that.
Oh, bro. Okay, so I'm gonna say this: Dustin, he had two of the best songs in the '90s. Cause when I was little, I watched WCW. Like I watched the WWF tapes, but I grew up like on WCW. Once I found it on TBS and on Channel 9 out here, because they would like have it. And Dustin, like when he come out to, and they call him the Natural. Like I I didn't really listen to country. I still don't. I mean, well, my wife listens to Dan and Shay, but I don't know if they're really country. They kind of do like their own like bootleg version of R&B sometimes, but but that's besides the point. But like, I love that natural song, and then like when you hear that go this, dum 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 dum.
Yeah, it.
Like that's I'm not sure why no rapper has sampled that yet, because
Well,
that's such a
yeah,
I'm sure
no, that
somebody has.
probably somebody has, but Gold Dust to me had the
Somebody
best
has.
theme, just for the fact that
Yeah.
even though he was a mid Carter, he had one of the biggest pops just by the Shattered Dream logo popping up, and then people will go crazy the moment he comes out with the little sparklers coming down as he's walking down with the robe and all that and the wig.
Yeah,
It was just like he didn't have to try hard. His character was just super over. So, you know.
yeah. Like I always say, like Goldust is one of those guys that people remember. It's like it's the song, it's the character, like even if you didn't hear his promos, like with that face paint and like the way like, he's androgynous, and I like androgyny. I like Prince, I like Michael Jackson. You're gonna like androgyny, and that dude like put everything into that character. And man, Goldust is I, I I I say this and like some people laugh at me, but I'm like, I consider Goldust like part of like the iconic parts of like my childhood as far as like characters that stay with you, and like even into like now that dude is still like, we want to talk about a match. I want to see you. So I would love to see you and Dustin go at it. That'd be because like, he can still go, and that'd be a match for me. That'd be a match.
That would be a fun one. I would actually enjoy it, especially how he portrays himself in AEW right now. Shout out to Dustin. He's doing this thing. He's doing this thing. Like when he shows up, he shows up. And he puts in the work. He helps a lot backstage. So yeah, nah, appreciate him. I appreciate him.
Yeah, I definitely do, and man, I really do think about this kind of stuff. And not a lot of people don't, but I think about representation a lot, especially like in pro wrestling in a sense,
Mhm.
because I don't think it's ever been this diverse in pro wrestling. Like the amount of like uh, of black wrestlers on like mainstream TV and on the independents nowadays, especially like on TV, like you see in like the prominent positions, like we got Mercedes, Athena, Swerve, shoot, all of them. And I'm not gonna make the Cody joke because that's so cheesy. Please, people, stop making that Cody joke. You know, but like just seeing the amount of diversity in pro wrestling, and I know like growing up, we didn't have a lot of guys. I mean, I guess like because you heard off the top, like I named like the bloodline because like the people who I fucked with when I was a kid was the head shrinkers, because the head shrinkers kind of look like me. They kind of look like my uncles. So like I would always like roll with the Samoans like when it comes to pro wrestling. And you bring up you're looking at Goldust and saying, yeah, that's one of the most iconic songs. When you're growing up, like who are the kind of guys that you looked up to? Because like we could always bring up The Rock, because The Rock is not just one of the most famous black wrestlers, Samoan, Pacific Islander wrestlers, but just in general, one of the most famous, iconic, greatest pro wrestlers of all time. But like, who are some of your guys that you looked up to when you were growing up, and like, what's it feel like now to be that guy for somebody just watching on YouTube, like seeing you like working pro wrestling Noah, seeing you work like these shows like West Coast Pro, seeing you work like WrestleMania weekend, and how's that feel to be part of that now, man? And just wondering like who you looked up to, and what's it feel like for you now to be in that line of like black wrestlers who are sort of paving the way for more fans to look up to, and being part of that diversity. It's great.
Um, I would say the people I looked up to, obviously The Rock. He's always been somebody that I was just like, yeah, The Rock. But D'Lo Brown also played the part because the head shake and his strut and all that. Like his character work was amazing. I actually had a talk with D'Lo, I would say 2 weeks ago. He had watched me wrestle out in Lodi, and he says I have a lot of great things that make me stick out, and he sees a lot of potential in me. So big ups on Uncle D'Lo for believing in me, and following me back on social media, and talk to me whenever he wants to, whenever I feel like I'm losing sight of who I am. Um, I mean, also like growing up watching wrestling like Samoa Joe,
Yo,
Shibata, Roderick Strong. I had a short conversation with Roderick Strong. because like he knew I was doing extra work for AEW, and somehow somewhere we both met in the parking lot, and we had a small conversation, and he said he appreciated everything that I said to him, because if it wasn't for him, like literally him on how he wrestles, I wouldn't be wrestling right now. And I looked up to him for a very long time, especially when I was finding my character. And also big ups to Kenny Omega, because he's actually my favorite wrestler of all time. Um, Saw him, never formally introduced myself to him, but we've made eye contact, and that's really about it. I didn't want to bother him. But other than that, it's one of those things to where now that I'm I've met some of the people that I look up to, and now certain wrestlers saying that they look up to me. It feels different, because I still don't feel like I'm not like the best, one of the best in the world right now.
Yeah.
And that's just me in general. I've always felt that way. People tell me I need to stop being so humble. But sometimes I just feel that way. Sometimes I feel like I'm doing great, but I'm not like top elite right now, which is perfectly fine. I'll get there, when my time comes. But
Yeah.
just the newer generation looking up to me, asking me questions, and saying that they want to wrestle me, it feels great. It feels great. I finally reached that mark in my life to where I'm like, oh, people want to wrestle me. People are looking up to me. People are asking me questions like, I need critiques on this. Then I watch the matches and give them critiques. As I said, been doing this for 11, going on 12 years now. So
Yeah.
I am blessed to make it this far into my career and not phase out, because a lot of people from my generation actually have phased out and decided to just retire. But I'm saying no, I'm not going to retire until I hit my dream. But I gave myself a time frame of, if I'm 40 and not signed, I will retire.
Yeah. Like that's great to hear, man. It's great to hear that you're also paying it forward. Cause like what D'Lo did for you, you don't have you never have to do that for anybody, but it's always good to like give that back to somebody, give that back to like the new generation and say, yeah, okay, let me talk to you. I know like that's a little bit of a thing of like young man. Let me talk to you, young man, about your work. Um, but it's really cool that like D'Lo gave you that, and like you have that with Roddy, and I do see a lot of Roddy in you with like that sidewinder. I know where you got that from, and like the way that you have these wrestlers sort of just talk, and it's great to have that sort of relationship because like sometimes we see wrestlers have like sort of an adversarial thing. Like when you hear about the old school stuff about like how a lot of wrestlers wouldn't talk to each other because they feel like, oh, this new guy's coming in here to steal my spot. But it's cool. Like it's not really like that anymore.
Yeah, it's
And
not.
you know, I,
It's not at all.
I I've known Kenny because I've had him on my PSN since like Street Fighter 8, like vanilla. So he was on there like on my PSN, and said like I would see him from time to time when he'd be like in the area, or like when I would be putting on my doing all the lag because I'm one of those online warriors that would be on the wireless and go to the Japan lobby and see who we can challenge. And I'd see Omega Man X on there, and I'd be like, okay, let me see if I can take on the best bout machine here.
Mm.
Uh, Kenny's legit in Street Fighter. Got people. I just want to say that like his streams are cool, but like if you actually face him on Street Fighter, he's pretty legit.
Oh yeah.
Uh, and I bring up Street Fighter and all that because I saw my man Zoe here talk about I'm excited. I went from not excited to real excited about Tokon because like I'm not really an Arxis guy. I mean, I was like before Guilty Gear XX. I played some Strive. I did love Dragon Ball Fighter Z, not just because I'm a Dragon Ball fan. That's my number one anime. That's my A1 anime. That's my day one
Hmm.
anime. That's my day one ish. And like I'm a Marvel head too, Marvel 2 head, and that game was everything I want in a tag fighter, chaotic, combos for days. Uh, when they added in when you can choose whatever assist you wanted, that added that extra like layer of meta to it. I love that game, and when I saw the
Yeah.
announcement for Toucan Souls, the new Marvel Tag Fighter, I was hyped, and then I saw some of the gameplay, and then I played the beta last year, and I was like, this is not it. But from what I've seen and what I played in the new one, I want to play this game. I,
Oh yeah.
and you were posting about it, and I was wondering like, well, what do you think about the two con? Now we're gonna talk about like how you got into fighting games too, because I think there's like this one to one crossover with fighting game fans and wrestling fans, and it just meshes so well. But like, what gets you excited about this Toucan game, man?
Well, so I've played all the Marvel vs. Capcom games. I actually have all of them. But
Yeah,
what gets me excited for Tokon is like the fact that it was like it's somewhat different from some of the um team fightings, team fighters, whatever. Because
yeah,
essentially you don't even need to really master every character. Now, if you master like their assists and you just stick with one character, you're perfectly fine. Because it's not really a team fighting. It's not even team based, really. If you really think about it, it's assist based, but it's not team based like how Marvel's Capcom was. Like you would have to switch out to get combos and all that. No, you can legitimately stay as per se. I play Doctor Doom. I can have Doctor Doom on my team, Star Lord, Ghost Rider, and Storm, and I can just combo you with Doctor Doom and just use the assist just to get to the TOD, and then keep it pushing, and then that's it. Like you don't really need to master every character. You just need to master their assists. Whoever you feel like the assist
man.
is actually good and actually viable, you would put on your team. That's what I've learned
Yeah,
from playing and watching. Mm.
dude, as somebody who in three I would do sometimes I do the Devil May Cry team. When I locked in on Star Lord, and he's basically like Dante on crack. I was like, yo, this is exactly what I want to do with this game. Is like I want this point character and have these assists because when I'm playing when I'm playing Marvel 2, I just I kind of like have my point character and I make sure I have the assist. Always Captain Commando. Always Captain Commando. If you have a team of Marvel, always put Captain Commando on it. That pillar assist. That'll always keep people getting the backing the fuck off you. And it also if you got like Cable on that team too, that synergy is right there.
Yeah,
And with this Toucan game, synergy is sort of important by what like assist you choose to be with you, but like it's really depend. Oh damn! I'm about to quote Street Fighter Alpha. It's all dependent on your skill. Triumph or die. Like
yeah,
seriously, this game is
literally.
about your skill. Um, I'm gonna put a pause right here because my wife got home. Let me just. Now we're back. I had a little bit of run in by Mrs. Lariat, and we're back here with Alpha Zoe, man. I'm really liking that discussion we're
We're
having
back.
about video games. We're back. I think that fighting games and wrestling have like a lot in common. It's competition, it's cartoons, it's characters. Especially when I was a kid, what we loved to play on Super Nintendo because there's like between 16 to 20 grandkids, so we had to get the Super Nintendo multi tap, and the game that we would play you know, though this is before like Nintendo 64, so we would always play a couple of games. We played WWF Monday Night Raw for SNES,
Yeah,
and then we play the thing that would like get us like really hyped because we love Street Fighter 2, Hyper Fighting, Champion Edition, Super Street Fighter. Fatal Fury 2 was one that we played a lot. We played Fatal Fury 2 a lot. And one of our favorite fighting games was also our favorite wrestling game was Slam Masters. And you could play like tag team in there. So when you have like 16 kids, of course you're gonna choose tag team, winner stays, and there was a lot of saltiness back then. Especially it depends on who got paired with like the baby cousin, because you get paired with baby cousin, that's basically a handicap match. And
yeah.
what was your first fighting game, man?
My very first fighting game was actually Mortal Kombat 1 on the Sega Genesis.
That's
Yes, the first ever Mortal Kombat ever to come out on console. And from there, I played Street Fighter 2, and then I played Mortal Kombat 2 and 3,
yeah,
Street Fighter, all the Street Fighter editions for 2, mainly the Ultra Street Fighter. Was it Ultra or was it Super Street Fighter? I think it was Super Street Fighter.
yeah,
When they added Fei Long and
yeah. It's super duper.
DJ and Cammy, those were some of my favorite games to play. I just played mostly fighting games, if we're really going to be real. And
Me
I
too,
played
bro.
Killer Instinct Gold on the 64.
64. That Killer Instinct Gold is
Then
fire, man. Mortal
yeah, I still
Kombat
got my
2.
cartridge.
Dude, Mortal Kombat 2 was okay. When we played Mortal Kombat for SNES, we were mad because there was no blood. And then when it came to Mortal Kombat 2 and they're like, yeah, there's blood in this one. And then when we got to Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, I remember that was one of the games that my Lola, my Nanang, my grandma got for me for Christmas because me and my brother like got straight A's that semester. And she told me and my other cousins, because my other cousins, like, since we're brothers, we have to share Christmas gifts because they're so expensive. Because
Yeah,
the game, so like we got straight A's, and that's how we got Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. And then we had our cousins like ask at the same time, yo, ask grandma for Killer Instinct so we can have like all of it at the same time. And like, because we'd be spending the weekends together anyway, so this is what you did back in the day. We would ask our parents or our grandparents for like certain games, and then we'd swap like on the weekend when like we'd want to like play the other one. But
yeah,
yeah, man, the Street Fighter games are just it's an easy fighting games in general. It's just an easy psychology. Besides my cousin, my best friend like Reggie, he come over with like he's the one that really introduced me to like the damn the Guilty Gear games, right? He introduced me to
hmm
that style of game. And I remember playing Killer Instinct Gold on the 64 with that dumbass controller. I and you want to hold it like a regular controller, but you also want to hold it with like the analog thing because you're playing like freaking GoldenEye all day, so you want to hold it in a different way. That was just a
yeah.
weird ass controller, man, specific to the video games you're playing.
I got used to it. I
Yeah,
think I personally just got used to it, and it was normal for me. Um, I didn't get into Guilty Gear until Xrd, and then we got into Strive. Johnny was my character for
yeah.
sure. But I heard in Strive they announced a new character, and it's going to be Virgil from Devil May Cry. So I was like, interesting.
Okay.
I was Virgil main in Marvel's Capcom Ultimate Marvel's Capcom 3.
Oh
So
man.
I would take the chance to play him.
That's crazy because like you see some of the moves like in Tucon, right? Because they got like basically Captain America has all the same moves that he has like in the Marvel games. He has the charging star, he has the stars and stripes, but it's a little different. But it's basically the same moves. Like Ghost Rider is hella different. I mean, some moves are the
I,
same but different.
I love
But
it
so
because
I'm
he
wondering.
needs a cooldown for shit.
Oh yeah, that's
He,
that's
he,
fire, man. It's
yeah,
really
he's a
interesting how they're putting
mechanical.
that stuff.
Yeah,
And so I'm wondering like what bullshit they're gonna give Virgil because they give references to the Capcom games, right? But they don't
yeah,
like fully do the whole thing because I know like Wolvie has a diagonal like tornado claw now, not like a full, not like a straight up one. It's like goes like diagonal up, and then his Berserker Barrage doesn't go full
it's
screen,
just
so it's
stab stab. It's
yeah,
just stab stab. Yeah,
it's different. So you know, my main team in Marvel in Ultimate Marvel was because I'm cheesy. It was Taskmaster, Deadpool, and Sentinel. So I'm one of those zoner kind of guys when I play those games, especially that game. Like I just like to keep people out with like the with Taskmaster's arrows, and then he has that easy S magic series that you can just continue and chain and continue and chain, and it's not
yeah.
even flashy, but uh, I say like I'm low level on that because I am, but he was someone that in the game that just like spoke to my sort of like simple play style. And man, you played Virgil?
hmm
That's that's a lot of work, man. No, well, I mean, no, you
I'm
get that shield on him. That's like kind of he's one of the top tier
well.
characters in that game, but it's a lot of work.
That's the thing. When Marvel's Capcom 3 first came out and I bought it, my team was legitimately Akuma, Dante, and who was my third? I'm trying to think about who was my third. I think it was Matt. It was Doctor fucking Doom, Doctor Doom. So
Yeah.
I literally like I was like, oh, I got this. Like Doctor Doom was literally like my point character though. Akuma was like the last character. Like he's my anchor. Dante was there for the, just be there in the middle, but I knew his combos because he doesn't really need assists for his combos really, if we're going to be like real about it. Damn near same thing for Doctor Doom. But Akuma needed assists unless he just touches you and then you just kind of die because this motherfucker, he's a glass cannon. But yeah, no, Doctor Doom was like my main. But then once Virgil came out in Ultimate, I replaced Dante with Virgil.
Virgil
So
is stronger, and then that install he has where he has like basically the same kind of thing that Strider would have, but it's just like swords are up around him, so you could like chip people out with it.
exactly.
Oh man, Virgil is a my team in Marvel 2. It's kind of funny because it's Silver Samurai and it's a lockdown team. It's Silver Samurai, Strider, and Doom, or sometimes instead of Doom, it's Sentinel. But just the playstyle of that in 2, and I try to bring that over to 3, but like it doesn't transfer over like the same as you want. Mostly because like the Ouroboros
Oh yeah, not at
that
all.
Strider had was it was like bunk, and like you try to do the Strider Doom lockdown stuff, and like the Doom rocks don't work enough. And if you're gonna pick Doom as the assist, you need the Doom missiles because like
I was gonna
Doom
say
rocks were
Doom
not.
missiles was the way to go.
Yeah, yeah. I like that he sort of has Doom missiles in Tulkon, but it's like more like a laser. But I like the Doom
Yeah,
missile because like you get like
it's a setup tool.
yeah. So I'm really interested in seeing
This
that difference in play. And also like people talk about like the possibility of Marvel 4, and we say Marvel 4 people because it's Marvel versus Capcom Infinity, and it's not Marvel versus Capcom 4 because, and I think they did that on purpose. I have uh
it
I
was low
have
key a
respect.
reboot
Yeah, I have a respect for people that play that because there's some characters in there that I would have loved to have an ultimate like Jeddah because I would play like Darkstalkers 3 Vampire Savior, and like Jeddah was my main in there, and like
thing.
dude, he was just nasty with it in there. He wasn't even top tier, but like top tier in there would probably have been like freaking like seriously freaking what's his name Talban or Felicia Bella. But Jeddah was like so fun to use in there, and that super he used where like he signed your name in blood and put you on the contract. I tried him in
Slap you
Infinity.
right
It's
on that
just
bitch.
yeah, pow. And, like I tried them in Infinity. Like the game, just that wasn't for me. I did like, sometimes if I did feel like styling on people in Ultimate, I would use Zero as my main, because you get that shadow that shadow just trapping people in the corner with that. It was like brain dead easy to like get those victories with Zero once you get once you get the meter lead. Once you get that meter lead, that's very important in these Marvel games, is having that meter there so that you could like use those specials or build it back up. And something like the installs with the shadow thing for Zero, or the Ouroboros, I don't know the name of it, for Virgil, is when you're using the special, it actually builds up your special meter so you can go right back to it. That's why those installs are seen as like a really good tool to have. And man, I just to let people know, I asked Zoe here, like, yo, dude, we should one of these times we need to go up on Marvel. We go heads up, because I love Marvel. I got the Marvel collection, and I got Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I get and these are some of my favorite fighting games of all time, and I would like to try Mr. Alpha Zohir in that, even though like I know in real life he probably
Bro,
could hit me with like a teep kick and take me out, but like I'll kick your
hey
ass in
man,
Nintendo, bro. Maybe,
maybe in Nintendo, maybe.
maybe in Nintendo,
See, you might have me in Marvel versus Capcom.
maybe
You might have me in
a little
Street
bit.
Fighter 6. I'm not 100% sure on that because
Uh,
I'm still kind of nasty with that. I have a Master Sagat, so I mean,
oh,
yeah,
Sagat. Oh man,
yeah,
nah.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you got me in
But
there. I
yeah, I have a Master Sagat. It took me 3 or 4 months to get to master with him.
wow.
Actually, no, weeks. Weeks. It wasn't even that long. I remember I was just like continuously playing, and I finally mixed up the
She's
last
so
person and got my
nasty in
master rank, and I
six,
was like,
man.
dang.
I
So
like
I was happy about that.
if I'm being honest, I'm not playing Street Fighter 6, but I am playing City of the Wolves, and I am playing KOF 15. Those are the most current
Oh,
games
I'm
that
playing
I'm
City of the
playing.
Wolves.
City of
I'm
the
playing City
Wolves
of the
is,
Wolves.
man, I am so sad
I
that as a Billy Kane main for like 30 plus years, he is ass in this game. So much ass in
I
this
don't know.
game.
A lot of people in tournament has actually been getting far with him.
Ah, man, maybe I'm just ass in this game, but like
I
I
I,
like
I
he's my main. He's like part of my main team in 15, and I thought but City of the Wolves is a different game than 15. Like people need to
yeah,
know,
I
like
was
this is a
gonna say.
different game. Like
It's playing back to the like Mark of the Wolves. It's
yeah.
just more enhanced and a whole lot faster.
Oh man.
Like I was what's his fuck? How do I forget his name? He's blind now. He's blind now, evidently. I'm really forgetting his name, and I was legit using him on Mark of the Wolves too. I'll get back to that later. I'll look his name up later. But yeah, no, he's great still, and he's one of the characters that don't have projectiles. He's just straight martial arts, so it's just like, all right, cool. But then I picked up Geese, and I picked up Rob, Mr. Karate.
Robert.
I picked up
Oh,
Mr.
sorry.
Karate.
Mr. Karate, we don't we
Yeah,
don't we don't name people who are wearing masks. That's not a thing you do. Yeah, Mr. Karate. Mr. Karate
exactly.
3. He's dope in this game. I like the play
Yeah, no,
style is like
he's fire.
so. I that's the one guy that I've actually been picking up wins with in this game, because like I tried, I did the whole thing like, okay, I can pick Ken, but then I flowchart Ken in this in City of the Wolves. You cannot flowchart Ken in City of the Wolves to get anywhere. This is not the game for that. Uh, but yeah, man, I love this game.
It's definitely
It's
not.
it's great. It's different. It's a different kind of game, and I love that I jump into it and I'm ass. I love that I'm ass at this game, and it just makes me want to like improve and get better at it. Like yeah, it's really cool that this is also something that's some of our favorite
Gato
wrestlers have. Oh, Gato, yeah, yeah,
found it.
the kung fu guy, yeah.
Gato.
Yeah,
He was my main, and Mark and my main on City when it first came out,
yeah.
and now I main Mr. Karate and Geese. My Geese is actually OD. So
I made Geese
yeah,
in Tekken 6, and Akuma and Geese in Tekken 6 were OP in that game. But I've
too
seen the
OP.
Geese videos on Sea of the Wolves. Like, it's man, Nightmare
Oh no,
Geese.
he
Don't
does. Don't let him touch you. The moment he touches you, it's basically over.
yo, this is exactly like the talk I wanted to have. When I find like somebody that loves fighting games and like they're in the wrestling thing, I could talk for hours. Like when I used to go to the PWG shows and I saw Excalibur, he would wear like a Marvel 3 basically the what's it called? The Rocket Raccoon shirt, right? That Super Mario Brothers 3 Rocket Raccoon shirt. And before I knew he used to
Yeah,
play CVS2 because we played CVS2, like I played against him before, and I was like, huh. I knew it was him, but he wasn't wearing, he was maskless, but I knew it was him based on when I heard his voice say, "Ah, fuck it." Like I knew that was Excalibur's voice, but yeah. But anyway, I like finding people who love fighting games and pro wrestling, and it's cool that like at every level you see it because it was cool kind of last year when you saw Tanahashi, you saw Kenny Omega, and you saw like the New Day all big up City of the Wolves on TV on all three of like
yeah.
the three big companies right now. They were all like sponsored by City of the Wolves, which I think is cool. And this is a game that I think I hope it has lasting power, and it's cool to see SNK kind of rise up. It's cool to see like that all these like companies, Namco Bandai, Capcom, damn, why am I forgetting the guys who make? I just named them earlier. I know their name. The guys who make
NetherRealm?
Strive. Oh,
Oh,
NetherRealms is
Arxis.
yeah, yeah. Arxis, NetherRealms is Mortal Kombat One now is much better than when it first came out. I think it's pretty cool. I'm still stuck on Mortal Kombat 11 because that's my favorite one. Just the playstyle, and Mortal Kombat 9 is also one of my favorite ones. 10 is also dope.
So so here is my hot take on Mortal Kombat as a whole right now. So
Yeah.
this is just me. Anybody else in the fighting game community, you can go ahead and disagree with me. Um, the revamp 9, great, love it. We're here for it because we
Yeah.
got out of the whole 3D arena fighter bullshit. Don't get me wrong, Deception was a fun game. I'm not gonna hold you. It was fun. But it was nothing to be competitive about. 9 competitive shit was broken. We're here for it. People love when games are broken and there's no real what's it called? There like fixes that need to be done. Like Cabal is still fucking ridiculous in that goddamn game.
If
Um,
everybody's broken, then it's a good game. So, like, if
exactly,
80% of the cast is broken and can do some bullshit, then it's a good game. That's fighting game
exactly.
logic,
Smoke.
folks. If I use smoke,
Yeah, Smoke is one of them. He's not high tier, but he's still broken. Like he can
yeah,
still put in the numbers. Same thing with fucking Kung Lao. He's not top tier, but guess what? He can still put in numbers. Liu Kang
yeah,
was secretly broken, but no one knew that. Liu Kang was actually secretly broken, and I main Liu Kang, so I know that he's a mix up monster. The moment he touches you, you are not hitting the floor. You are going to stay in the air for about a good 60 seconds, and then you're going to fall, and then you're going to have to play the guessing game. Is he going to hit high or is he going to hit low? Good luck finding that out. Good. We love the revamp. Mortal Kombat X. To me, Mortal Kombat X is the best Mortal Kombat game out of all the ones that have came out from 11 to 1. Why?
Hmm.
Here's why. Mortal Kombat X introduced not just old characters being older, but also new characters. Cool. We got a fire DLC roster. We have horror movie people on there. We got Predator. We got fucking Jason. We got Alien. We got stuff like that. We brought back Baricho, the cyborgs, and it's just a fun time. Now, mechanically, the game is fire even more because why we have the run mechanic from Mortal Kombat 3. The run mechanic gives you a big pressure option rather than I'm going to have to wave dash to get to you. I get it. Some people can't wave dash. Sometimes I can't, but in certain games I can now. But the run mechanic made you afraid. It put you in that situation of I'm really in trouble. I might have to wake up and do something. And then guess
I
what? Your opponent. Yeah.
I can't wait for the wireless fight stick from Sony because I've been a pad warrior this whole time on PS5 because I don't want to, I don't want to like connect my my Mad Cats to the PS4 and like have that stretch out from the TV. I'm waiting for that wireless remote and like doing wave dash on a PS5 pad is I can't. So when I'm playing Marvel now, when I'm playing Marvel 2, it's like a whole different game for me. It's like I'm back in high school and I'm stuck on a PS2, but I'd rather have the PS2 pad because I can't get my shit out. But yeah, go ahead, man. I understand like your things on Mortal
Yeah.
Kombat 10, and you're convincing
Yeah.
me, bro. You're convincing me.
Uh, and the graphics were where they need to be, especially in the era that we were in. It
Yeah,
wasn't slow, it was fast, it was competitive. Because if you think about it, Mortal Kombat X had the biggest like pool of people coming to play the game. Why? Because
absolutely.
of the mechanics and how the game felt, the character diversity. You didn't have to just master one character. You have to master the one character with the three different variations. All right, now we get to Mortal Kombat 11. Game is beautiful. It is beautiful. Best looking Mortal Kombat game by far. But is it the best competitive one? No. Because now we're back to what Mortal Kombat 9 was, but a little slower. And don't get me wrong, the DLC, still fire. We got Spawn. There we go. That's the win. We got Spawn. And Terminator. Um, but it's just like now you gotta choose. There's variations, but you have to. There's certain moves that you have to take out in order to use in said variation now. So now
Yeah,
you're like, oh, now I gotta do this and do that. But then you go to competitive mode. Now you got just these three. Good luck, have fun. All right. Well, then what was the purpose of getting these upgrades and shit? No point. It's just there to look pretty. Story mode was great. That's it. It's good for the story and the plot. It's good for casual online play. I wouldn't say it's the greatest for competitive. We get to Mortal Kombat 1, slow start. Everything was ass. Um, do I think they had the right idea? Yes, they did. They had the greatest idea. In reality, I felt like if they would have just made it a 2v2 game, then we would have had something even more because, oh, here we go. Here's your assist, but you can also switch out. Now let's bring it back from Mortal Kombat 9. That's what you could do in Mortal Kombat 9. You can have 2v2, you have the assist, you have both characters that you mastered. Mortal Kombat 1 could
I
have
love
did
the
that, but
tag.
they didn't.
The tag in Mortal Kombat 9 is that's my preferred method of playing because like it gets crazy. It gets crazy and it's
Exactly.
fast. When we're talking about competitive fighting games and slow and fast, the faster the game gets, the more chaotic it gets for my brain. That makes it fun because I'm coming
Yep.
like get from X-Men versus Street Fighter. Like that was my first like big game that I really tried to get good at. And when you get that one hit with Wolverine, that one short into the media, it's over. It's over. If Akuma, if
Exactly.
you get that one hit with Akuma, it's over. And that's kind of what you got with the tag mode with Mortal Kombat 9. And I get what you're saying, man. Like this is I was disappointed from Mortal Kombat 1 that I haven't touched it. Even though my brother says like it's got better, I haven't touched it like
It
since
has.
like that first
It
week.
it has gone it has gotten a whole lot better, and it's just one of those things where it's just too late. I still play it. I still play. I'm a new main and Liu Kang main. When the game first started off, I was a Raiden main because I had said I'm a main Raiden. I had the beta. I played the beta before the game came out. I saw what they was going for. In my head, I thought we were going to have a team-based fighting game. I thought that's where they were going with it. But they went, nah, you just get the one assist. I was like, okay, cool. But now if we look at everything as a whole for the 3D era games, Mortal Kombat X is a superior one just for the fact that more competitive, diverse characters, good story. The pressure in Mortal Kombat X was ridiculous, so you really had to know your shit. If you
Yeah,
didn't know your shit, then you're just going to get eaten alive. And
absolutely.
how do people like that? That's how people like fighting games. They like the fact that if you just guess wrong, you're fucking dead. Street
Yeah.
Fighter 4, for example. If you can guess right in Street Fighter 4, and you got hit with the red focus and got comboed right after, oh yeah, no, you're done. You're done. You better play like this game completely right. But no, no. X is superior. People can say 9. I'm gonna say X, and I'm gonna stick with X. And
Yeah,
that was like
man.
my prime. That's like my prime Mortal Kombat that I played, in which I've faced off against Super. He's on YouTube. I fought him before plenty of times. I actually fought MK Tom Brady, one of the best Sub Zeros in the world. I actually beat him,
Crazy.
Sub Zero versus Sub Zero, and it was on stream. And he had said, and I quote, I'm gonna quote this because I remember this quote. He was like, "Man, his Sub Zero is really good. I hope I." He was like, "I hope I see him in tournaments." I never joined tournaments.
Yeah. It's
I just around that time.
yeah. So why didn't you ever
Yeah,
do the tournaments? Just you got too busy with real life?
yeah. Life was just. I was in college and I was working, so I would
Hmm.
work for the security company. I was a supervisor. I worked from 9 to 5 in the morning, go to college at 6 a.m. in the morning. Then I would have dance practice after that at like 6 because I get done with school at like 3 or 4. And then I would repeat that with dance practice, and the dance practice would end at 8:30. Then I'd go to work. So I didn't really have
Right.
time for it. So on weekends, I'd just play video games just to ease my mind, and then I had to go out and wrestle. And
Hey,
then there was
man.
also wrestling. So
Yeah. Fighting games is also the way how I relax. The competitive aspect of it, just and now like as I got older, as I got 40, as I got old eyes now, I can't well, I'm waiting on my new pair of glasses because I just got eye surgery on my right eye, but now I'm getting surgery on my left eye. Not LASIK. I got my eyes got injured and I had to get a lens replacement. But things are
yeah,
still blurry, but like as I got older and like my reflexes have changed, I can still, I still piece people up in CVS2. That's something that I can still do. But like Marvel without glasses, it's there's these things that you miss and the reaction time that you have to do to like to get back into it. If you mess up in Marvel 2, you can come back, but like when your response time is slower because for me I can't like see that well, it it dulls it. And I think that people don't get like that's also the fun part of
yeah.
these fighting games is that. And when you play in a tournament, right, this is the difference between playing in a tournament and playing like solo dolo one-on-one like in a calm environment. So like I used to do Evo for fun in college and stuff because it wasn't that big of a drive or whatever, and I had the free time.
It's on my
And you go to
bucket
you
list.
dude, you should, okay, you know, if you ever go, bro, let's go. We'll go together, man. We'll go together as grown ass men. We'll go together because there's a lot of grown ass men in that
Yeah,
tournament. Actually, there's a lot of grown ass men in there, but like it's different because you get to there, you go through the pools, and then you get through another pool, and you're fighting not just like on the video game, but you're fighting fatigue, eye fatigue, muscle fatigue. I know people talk about muscle fatigue. Yeah, we're playing on that stick and your hands cramp when you're playing on that stick or, when you're playing on that pad. I'll respect the pad warriors. As a pad warrior right now, I have so much respect for people that play on pad. Uh, what's the dude that won the Street Fighter
thank
6
you.
tournament? Oh, okay, yeah, bro.
Uh,
Like Pad Warriors. I don't know how y'all do it, but like
are you talking about?
it's crazy, man.
Hey, we do our best. I can do pad and I can do fight stick, but I prefer pad because I just grew up in the hood.
Hey,
Uh, are you talking about Maynard?
yeah,
Maynard? Is he,
because like
yeah, the
he
Blanca player.
yeah, the Blanca player, he won on pad. You know, as a stick player, but like you can't deny that dude after how many years of dominance in this game, and like going
Mm-hmm.
up into Japan and playing like the
Exactly.
top Japan players, and like, hey man, pad is pad. Whatever you're playing with is whatever you're playing with, and you know, I also grew up like I didn't get a stick until I got my first real job, and that's when I was able to buy like the fight stick. But I used to go to like the arcades and like I prefer fighting games on the arcade. Like,
Yeah.
but you know, it's different. It's a different kind of psychology too when you're playing on the fight stick on the pad because of your hand placement, your finger placement, what you're gonna do here, and like the combos become different because like when I tried to do the Iron Man combo on my pad, it you guys know the Iron Man combo, launcher, light, short, light, kick, heavy, repeat, repeat, repeat. I can't do that on pad
Oh, the
because like
infinite.
the infinite with Iron Man. I can't do that on pad. I can do that on stick like nothing, but on pad I'm like I'm dropping it. And I'm sure that's like a muscle memory thing, but like I'm 25 years. I'm 20 like 3 years in playing pad for these fighting games. I can't, or not pad, playing stick for fighting games. I can't go back on stick for Marvel. I can play pad for like CVS2, for City of the Wolves, for King of Fighters, because that's what I would connect to my computer. Use that little USB, connect my PlayStation controller, play pad on that, and it's fine. But just with the tag fighters, it's a little bit different. But you know what was good on pad was Dragon Ball Fighter Z. That's good on pad. And this
Yeah.
game I've been the new game I'm playing is the Invincible Versus, which is also pretty. I like Invincible Versus. Right now we're still in the early stages, but I like what the possibilities are with this game. But there's some
Oh yeah.
bullshit
It's
in
a great
this.
game.
It's something that I like that there's bullshit in it. My mains right now are Alan and Beast. Alan Beast, and I really like playing with Robot as my assist because he's my anchor assist because he got the Doom missiles kind of, which worked for me and my playstyle.
Yeah.
Again, people, Doom missiles. That's if you're
Oh,
playing Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Doom missiles. That's the thing. And we were talking about
oh,
you
I'm
in
just
real
on
life.
Booga all the way through.
Yeah, man.
I'm
And
Booga
we're
Booga in that game. I
oh,
am I am Conquest, Omni Man, and Mark. You are getting nothing but hands and feet on you. When they nerfed Conquest, I was upset because he had an infinite and then they got rid of it. And I was like,
it
oh,
was an
you
easy infinite
dickheads.
too, man. It was an easy infinite. Uh, he just kept
But
doing the special over and over and over. Uh,
no,
I
all you have to do was do combo into Shoryu, and then you hold square. I mean, hold triangle, then press triangle again, then triangle to triangle again, triangle
yeah,
again. Then you do the burst forward, then triangle again, triangle again, triangle
yeah.
triangle.
And it didn't. There was no meter waste on that. Like it was so easy and like
I love it. I
it's
loved
great,
it.
man. I
And
whenever I play
now
the
he doesn't play
fun,
like that.
yeah, yeah. You got to change your
Mm.
methods. That's man. I really hate when the nerfs just completely change the playstyles of characters. That pisses me off. But it is what it is. People are gonna complain no matter what. And
Yeah,
we talked about you in real life, man. And I think about this all the time. Teachers are some of our real life superheroes, and some of our least like heralded like professionals. And you work in school, man, right?
yes. I work at Vallejo High in Vallejo, California,
Valley
as a
Joe.
site safety. And also somewhat of a counselor because these kids need some counseling about the street life, and about what's better for them and what direction they should go. Um, we just had a good chunk of our kids graduate, so I'm proud of them. Shout out to class of 2026. That's
Yo, that's
the third
crazy.
graduating class I've actually saw. So I've been there since what 2026, 2025, and 2024. I was there for three graduations. So
Yeah.
watching these kids grow up and just become adults have been amazing. I'm also a coach at a wrestling school out in Berkeley for Oasis Pro. I'm one of the coaches. Another coach is Juicy for now. Jacob Fatu was at one point a coach. Journey Fatu is a coach. Sean Sims is a coach. Yeah. So we got diverse people out there
Hey,
in this world.
That's that's what you do, man. You pay it forward. You go for the next generation. You're working with the Samoan dynasty out there. Also, I like Giuseppe now, man. That dude is a big dude that we don't see now a lot nowadays because he's got that big personality. I'm sure some of y'all seen him on Power Slap. He's such a charming dude. I love Juicy. Juicy is a cool dude. I like that guy. Um, and I usually, um, oh shit,
What happened?
I think we disconnected a little bit, but yeah, but yo, man,
Oh,
I just want to
am I
say,
back?
man, what you do, yeah, you're back. What you do with being a counselor, this and doing that and working at the school and like you're helping like the future of this world and like you're working in the wrestling school, working to the future of wrestling. I think that's pretty cool, man. And I just gotta say, when it comes to wrestling, there's a couple of guys that I like watch for, and you're definitely one of the guys that always pops up in like my feed, of, like recommended for you. And it's been a pleasure to get to know you, man. This has been dope because like now like I wanna I wanna battle you in Marvel just to see where we're at. I gotta see that. I gotta see where we at. Marvel, I could get you on Marvel 3 or on the other Marvels. Right now I'm still working on my Invincible game, so I'm not comfortable challenging people on the Invincible yet because I'm ass. But you can kick my ass in City of the Wolves. But I usually ask these questions at the end of my episode because these are the fun questions to ask, man. What's your favorite dessert,
Yeah,
bro?
I have two. If I'm gonna be honest, um, it's either homemade cinnamon rolls or homemade brownies. I love those two. I love chocolate for one. Cinnamon rolls have always been one of my favorite desserts. Growing up, just because the cinnamon and the icing, like
Oh,
it's just perfect together.
yeah,
I'm a fat kid at heart. I know. I'm just a fat kid at heart. I love food. I'm a foodie. But with how I have to move around right now, I can't be a foodie, so I
yeah.
can't even enjoy the desserts as often as I would want.
Yo, oh man, you
So
know you're in the Bay. One of my favorite places to go to the Bay is I really love me going to Seapot. It's like a hot pot place where like they have like the moving. It's like how they have that sushi that goes around and shit. They have that like over there like in San
yeah,
Mateo. I love that stuff. There's this cookie joint out there that I love. I forgot what the name of it off the top of my head, but like if you're a foodie, I always say SoCal is like number one, but San Francisco is a close number two. Bay Area is close number two,
oh,
especially
definitely,
Oakland. I love I love the soul food out there. There's the Queen of Pies out there. I love that in I think
yeah.
it's in Oakland. I love their pies out there.
Love the
Shrimp and grits is my like no is always my favorite order from there. Lowest Queen of
no doubt.
Pies. That's what I'm not sponsored by anybody, but Lowest Queen of Pies when you're in Oakland, get out there. It's always good. It's always good. Whenever I see something, it's always good there. Um, well, yeah.
You know,
What's your second dessert, man?
oh
Yeah,
well, as I
yeah. I
said, it's
ain't
just
fun.
cinnamon roll or brownies. It's
Yeah,
just
cinnamon roll
those two.
brownies. Yeah,
Yeah,
a
it's just
brownie.
those two. It's always gonna be those two. Maybe I can say ice cream, but I'm lactose intolerant. I mean,
Yeah,
brownies and fucking cinnamon rolls. But My third would just be ice cream. Like if I could, like some strawberry or cookies and cream ice cream would be my shit, or some straight vanilla ice cream with like
Yeah,
what, fruity
yeah.
pebbles on it. Yeah, that'd be my
I'm
shit.
I'm
That'd be
also
my
I'm
shit.
also with you on the lactose intolerant thing. I'm an ice cream boy too, man. It's it's good to hear that, man. Honestly, also like yeah, people like I love going to the Bay Area. That's where my family. I have family out there. My sister-in-law's out there. We go visit her all the time. And like the food out there is good, man. Food, oh man, probably gonna head out there at the end of June. Maybe we're
There
gonna
you
do
go.
some Forbidden Door and do some other things. But maybe they'll have a
Oh, have fun at
West Coast
Forbidden
Pro
Door,
there.
man.
Hey, I don't know. I'm
Oh,
saying
hey,
maybe we might go.
slide.
Hey,
Slide, man. It's gonna be in Oakland. It's
hey,
gonna be in Oakland.
hey,
Slide. Unless you're gonna
hey.
come to unless you're gonna come to West Coast Pro June 20th, at the Irish Cultural Center, in
Hey,
South San Francisco, right by
yeah,
the San Francisco Zoo. If you go to
hey,
that one, tickets still remain. We only got a couple of seats left, so you might as well just slide.
yeah,
It's
man.
me
We could.
versus Tim Bosby.
Oh shit, we're gonna throw that
Yeah.
in the advertisement part. I'm gonna cut that part out, put it in the advertisement. But definitely that's what I want to do, man. If people wanted to catch you, Zoe, like where can people catch you online? Where can people follow you? What do you want people to do? Do you got like a store where people can buy you stuff? Because we need to get this man paid. Because
I
it's
got
always gonna
you.
get paid.
I got you. You can find me on Twitter at KOT Alpha Zoe. You can find me on Instagram at the_Alpha Zoe. I'm not gonna give you my Facebook because I has my personal stuff on there. Uh, and if you want merchandise, please go to my pro wrestling tees at Alpha Zoe. There's brand new shirts actually there right now. There's two different designs. They're basically two different colors. There's a red one, there's a blue one. They are me. It's me. It says Demon of the West Coast. It has my logo on the chest, and then on the back, it's me inside of a Susano because I'm a Naruto nerd. So there we go. There's a red one, and then there's a blue one. Itachi and Sasuke. Yeah,
Hey, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Okay, man. Yeah, we're gonna definitely next time you come on, man. We next time you come on, man. We're definitely gonna talk. We're definitely gonna talk anime. We gotta talk that stuff. We still got some stuff to talk about. Can't wait to have you
I
on
mean,
again, man.
I have the Dragon of Breakfast Flames. I got you, bro.
Bro,
Yep.
definitely
Just let me
gonna
know.
do that.
Just let me know,
Uh,
man.
yeah. The last question I ask is always this, man. If there's a rainbow that came out the sky with a message from Zoe, what's that rainbow gonna say, man?
The rainbow would say, "Never give up on your dreams. Your dreams will come true as long as you keep pushing." That's it. That is all.
Hey, hey, man.
That's it.
Yo, that's beautiful, man. So everyone, this is Alpha Zoe, one of the top independent wrestlers
Yo,
going these days. Master of the
yo,
Sideliner. This man got the best lariat in pro wrestling.
yo, yo,
He represents the Bay. Bay to the A.
yo.
He is here. He is Alpha Zoe. He's gonna rule this wrestling world. Man, love having you on here. Yee yee
I
yee.
appreciate you, dog.
Tell the people as I say out there, like it's all love from LA here to from SoCal to NorCal. Always a good time to have these wrestlers out here for California because I always say this: California, this is where gold is. This is where the best wrestlers come from. California has always been the number one territory, and Alpha Zoe is some of the best of it of the people out here. Thank you, Alpha Zoe, for coming here, man. Pleasure to have you, brother.
Hey, pleasure to be in here, blood. You feel me? We gonna keep it pushing. You feel me? We'll have episode 2 up in some time, but
Yeah,
just keep me updated, and we'll get things prioritized.
yeah, man. Yep. So.
I'm cool, man. I'm feeling alive. Don't be calling my phone, trying to kill my vibe. Bitch, I work too hard to get this fly. I'm feeling good to that, 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 good to that. I'm feeling good to that, good to that, good to that.